Hello all. In this presentation, I'm going to discuss about ocean energy. Under fourth module, that energy sources is. In energy sources, we have solar energy, tidal energy, wind energy, biogas, and we have studied biomass. The same way, we have ocean energy. Okay. So, what is ocean energy? Ocean energy, ocean energy, I can call it as marine energy also. Okay, so it will be referred to the energy carried by the waves and what are the ocean waves we are getting. Now we are going to extract the energy from that, and the tides and also the salinity which is present in the ocean and in the water, and the ocean temperature differences. So these are the we have the categories, like we can extract the energy from all these things. And also the movement of water in the world's ocean creates a many huge store of kinetic energy, and also that all energy are in the motion, right? So definitely some of these energy can be easily, we can generate the electricity to power houses or for transport or for industries. Okay, so the ocean covers 75% of the world's surface, as per our knowledge. We all know, like, it is 75%, it is full of water, and 25% is the land. And it is the largest renewable energy sources available to contribute the security of the energy supply, and reduces the greenhouse gases emission, and also generation of electricity from the waves and the tides, currents, salinity. So that is a thing. And also we have two types of categories in that, like how to generate the energy, that is thermal energy from the sun's heat, and also mechanical energy from the tides and waves. Two categories we have divided to extract the energy. And also it is a predictable source of renewable energy with potential to satisfy the process. Next up, we have different forms of our marine energy, that means ocean energy, like ocean current power, osmotic power, tidal energy, ocean thermal energy, and the wave energy. So different ways we can take the we can collect the energy. Okay, first one is wave energy. I think we all know, like, waves, how it is, the passing. Okay, waves, according to time, actually, like solar energy from the sun creates temperature differentiates. Okay, that results in the wind. Actually, it will differentiate time to time. And also the interaction between the wind and the surface of the water, it will create some waves, right? And which are larger when there is a greater distance from them to build up. Shoreline devices, offshoreline devices, there again we have a different two types. And also, like, these wave energy potential is greatest between 30 degree to 60-degree latitude in both hemispheres on the west coast. uh, when it is going to take up this technology, it is very important to see that what is the surface energy of the wave, and also that is a column, how it is oscillating, and also how the topmost layer of the wave, what is the frequency of that. So that and all we have to keep it in mind. And I think this is the working for our wave power, like how the wave power will be going to, we can extract, like from the sea wave directly, it is a hydrodynamic interaction with our primary interference, and directly it is going to piston and high pressure fluid rectification. These are the components that we have to adopt. And next, hydraulic motor, next it is going to the rotary electric generator, then the electricity is going to produce. Like here, like, I did not came up with the pictures, like the working principle is going to ask for ocean energy, that is, I think, fourth type. Okay, so that is a one way of taking the extracting the electricity from the waves. So the detailed components explanation we will see in the coming slide. Tides, like, these are almost same as the waves, but it will be exploit the natural raise and fall. You can see the raise and fall. Okay, according to the the nature changes, temperature, exploit the natural rise and the fall of the level, principally by the interaction of the gravitational fields in the Earth Sun Moon system. Okay, according to that, it will act, and also very similar to the technology used in the hydroelectric power. Hydroelectric power plants, I think, in the last presentation we have seen that hydroelectric power, right? The same method is going to applying for this, because water, like how the water is acting there to extract the electricity, same way for tides also, and also for waves, same thing. The hydroelectric power plants, how it is working, same it is working in this concept also. And also tidal range energy, it is like the potential energy from the differences in the height between the high and low, it is going to differentiate. And also that energy from the moving masses of the water, that moving mass, it will be there, so it depends on that. And also the tidal power generation comprises the three forms, like different, like for example tidal stream power, some dynamic power, and also that barrage power. So that will be some differences will be there, otherwise it is same as it is the hydroelectric power. The extraction of energy is same as that. And it is also caused by lunar and solar gravitational forces acting together with the form of the earth on the ocean water to create the tidal forms. And also that rise and fall will be going to vary daily, season, time, every time it will be changing. And also rainy season differently it is acting, and in the winter season it is differently acting, from a few centimeters like up to 8 to 10 meters in some parts of the world. And the potential energy of the tides is tapped to the generating the power. That potentially, the potential energy whatever we are getting, we need to going to tap that main power actually. Okay, so this is the like a picture of like how the tidal energy will be going to helpful for our generating the electricity. So the two barrages, like that sluice gate means in the dam areas, we have seen that sluice gate to pour the water, like the water is going to come, and also we can say it's called as a gates are open to transfer the water. So I think we have heard that, so that is also called as a sluice gate. Okay, so when sluice gate, so then the turbines, it is going to fix in between that sluice gate, so the water which is coming from one place to another, I mean it is passing from one point to another point, it is passing through the turbine. So there the energy whatever it is going to extract, it is acting like same as hydroelectric power plants. So that is the thing, like it is just they are passing that water from one point to a to point b through the turbine. So that's the thing. And also like this tidal occurs every 24 hours due to that gravitational force of the moon. Every 12 hours it is acting, so as per the theory. And also the difference in the water height, that is the main thing, from low tide to high tide, that is the one. And also it will store it will be storing in the form of potential energy. And also, as I said, it is very much similar to hydropower plants, whatever we are generating the electricity in dams, same thing it is going to happen here also. Okay, just there the gates are, we are opening and the water is flowing, but here the water is flowing in a straight line, like in the same line, but it is passing through the turbine. So that is the only difference. And next up, we have types of OTEC, that is ocean thermal energy uh, conversion system. That is, we have a closed loop and an open loop. Okay, that or Androson, that no need to write, like we can write directly like closed OTEC cycle power plant and open OTEC cycle power plant. It's enough. OTEC means that ocean thermal energy system. So directly we can write. Okay, next the open and closed loop we will see. In the closed loop, this is the picture of the closed loop, like how it's fixed, how the warm water will be moving and how the cold water is going to move. And definitely that heat exchanger they are giving to exchange the heat from warm to cold and cold to the hot. We'll see the working procedure, like warm water when it is going to evaporize a working fluid. So such an ammonia, like it is flowing through a heat exchanger, that is called a evaporator. Okay, so that vapor expands to moderate the pressures and turns a turbine coupled to a generator that produces electricity. And also that vapor, whatever it is condensed in the heat exchanger, that is using that as a cold seawater pumped from the ocean depths. Because as the layer we are moving inside the depths to the ocean, definitely we'll get a colder one. In the geothermal energy, same thing we have seen, like how much deeper we are going inside, we are getting the hottest point, because it's a soil, earth. So here water, only topmost layer, the sun is giving, taking is, the sun rays is passing only to the topmost layer of the water surface. The deeper we go, we are not having that warmer water. Definitely it will be having a very much cold water. So whatever the vapor, it is then condensed in a heat exchanger using that cold seawater pumped from the ocean depths through that cold water pipe. So that condensed whatever the working fluid is pumped back to the evaporator. So that is going to take up the energy, and the repeat, that cycle is going to repeat. The working fluid remains in a closed system itself. It is circulate. Here you can see it is going to circulate in the same way as it is. It is after the use, again it is going to circulate. Okay, so this is about that closed cycle. And next one is open loop cycle. Like open loop cycle is also called as open clad cycle. Okay, but we can write it open loop OTEC system. Okay, so this is the cycle of open cycle. You can see, like I think difference between the open and close, we have to make sure, like what is the difference between closed loop and open. Once we are writing in a same time, if you are writing and practicing, so definitely we'll get to know like what is the difference between open and the closed. So here you can see that open cycle method, like that warm surface water, okay, well, the topmost layer water is going to pressurize in a vacuum chamber, and then it is going to convert it to the steam, so which is going to run the turbine, that is going to run the turbine. And that steam, whatever it is stored, it is then condensed using the cold ocean water from the lower depths. Okay, that is going to transfer, and it has a height of like 94% or 95% capacity factor, which it can be makes it best power sources, although it has a high initial cost, but the best power source. And also low maintenance cost for this open cycle, and the regular power supply makes an attractive alternative compared to other sources. And this OTC is supplied by the infinite supply of solar energy, because and it stored energy in it after sundown, and also it make it for a 24 hours power supply. That is one of the advantage of OTC. And also there is no emission from OTC power plant, so air quality will not be degraded, right? Everything it is happening in the underwater, and definitely no harmful in that aspect. Okay, so and also that is one of the advantage we can talk. And disadvantage means capital investment. I mean, initially the capital will be more, that money will be more, like we have to invest more, spend more money on that, and the maintenance will be easy, so that is advantage. And drawing that warm water and cold water, and returning to the seawater again, so that is close to the very close cycle and the open cycle, and could be accomplished with minimum of our environmental impact. So that is one of the advantage. Thank you.